Skip that music.
What's going on, folks? It is I am him. It is Space Cadet. We're on the spacecraft today with Byaguy. Austin is here in the building. Just finished up a fashion show, and we're gonna get into it. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that cool shit before you fucking watch the video. Go share this with all your friends. What's going on, Austin? How you doing today?
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate it.
How's your day going so far?
It's going good.
How
good? Good morning.
Hell yeah.
Can't complain.
So let's start off with where the name Byaguy came from.
So Byaguy, my mom actually came up with.
Yeah.
So Byaguy is a play on of my name. My name's Austin Guyett, so it's Byaguy. So it's just shortened. It's my name shortened. I didn't want to use my full name, so it's just like a play on words of that. And it used to be Clothing by a Guy. When I first started in 2016, and then I think end of 2021, I dropped the clothing just because like by a guy seems like way better to put on everything else. You know, like if I do like some artwork, if I put a tag on there that says clothing by a guy, that looks kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I did some album artwork for like my friends that were DJs like in 2017, 2018, and I like put my tag on there on the bottom of the in the corner, and it's like clothing by a guy. I was like, this looks weird. And then I just erased it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Eye appealing. Like,
yeah.
You have to be, like, your eye has to appeal to it.
But also, like, why would you have, like, you know, like a clothing on, like, an artwork piece?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it kind of weird, like, say if, like, you know, I did, like, a car wrap, and it said clothing by a guy, like, why, like, you know.
Yeah,
you know, it looked kind of weird. You know, it's on a car, like, it's not clothing.
Yeah.
So once I, like, you know, dropped the clothing, I kind of just, like, expands what I could do like with the brand. It doesn't put like a ceiling on it, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. You can't ever have a cap on your fucking brand, because once you put a cap on your brand, it's only gonna go that far.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why like I rebrand a little bit and just kept it that. It's been that way. I think it's gonna be that forever.
Yeah. And I thought it was like by a guy, like, oh, this is made by a guy. But now that you break it down, it's like, yo, holy fuck, your mom fucking came up with something like, that's like, holy fuck. You're like, it's a mind fuck.
Like, it was great, just like, almost like, just like having it be my name, but it's not exactly my name.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, and it's like, sometimes it goes like, a lot of times it goes a little over people's head, and I like love that too. Yeah. And then when you break it down, then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because it just did that to me. I was like, because I thought it was just, oh, it's by a guy, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's dope. But then you broke it down, and I'm like, holy fuck, by a guy. Like, okay, I got it now. That shit is dope.
Yeah.
Your mom is a fucking
she's the best. Yeah.
She sells your clothes and everything for you? Is she a part of the...
She helps with the process sometimes. Like when I get into like crunch time of like building out a collection, I could call her. She'll come to my studio and like help me like cut patterns, cut fabric, iron, like sew a little bit too, if I need to. And it's just great because like then I spend time with her like all day too. Like, you know, you get mother son time.
Hell yeah.
And it's great. And she like she loves it. Both her and my dad are so supportive of it. But it's just also like I said, it's great to just have her like be in my studio with me doing this stuff, and like we get to spend time with each other all day.
How it happens. But that's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
When did you start doing fashion designing?
I started just before, like I'd say like like end of 2015, I want to say, or like mid 2015. I played hockey my whole life, and I thought that's what I was going to do forever. wasn't great in like school with grades and stuff like that. So, I was just going to took a couple classes for business while I was still playing hockey after high school. And then I figured out I could go to school for fashion. And then it was like, after that, I quit hockey, chose like to go to school. And then I got like a sewing mentor and an art mentor just to like get me kind of like up to speed. My art mentor taught me how to do like Photoshop, Illustrator, all of that. The sewing mentor taught me how like the basics of sewing. So when I went into school, like I knew the basics. It wasn't like I was just starting like cold.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I would say like it was right by like mid 2015 I started, but then like my actual like brand started in like February 2016. And then, so like I always say it's just a work in progress. I think that's what it's going to be forever too.
I mean, I feel like that's all businesses is a work in progress forever.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to stop expanding or building or creating something new. So it's like still going to be, you're still working on it.
And it's like, I could be doing like this certain type of designs now, but then like the next year I could be doing something completely different, like design wise. That's like opposite of what I did before. So you know what I mean? Like it's not like you're putting yourself in the box of just doing one thing. Like let's try and take this path the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You can switch it up and do whatever. I think that's like the fun of it as well.
That's the fun of life.
Yeah.
It's like you just be like, yo, fuck this shit. Like people think that you like I can't get a job or I can't do this or like nah. You're telling yourself that you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
When life is you could do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like literally whatever you want to do, you can do. All you have to do is fucking put your 100% into it. And that's all you do. And that's where it's just like, I fucking love life. It's like so fucking crazy the things you could do. Like I never thought about it like this until like I was like 27 years old. Like I was in a box, like in my own box and I couldn't get out of it. And it's like, when I busted out, it's like, oh fuck, I can do all
you can do
this
whatever.
shit. And it's like so.
I think it's like as long as you just put in the work, it's like if you're doing the work to like get to the next step, then like that's what's gonna happen. It's not just gonna like fall into your lap. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like if you just do it, you can. It's like anything's possible.
Oh yeah, where did you go to school?
I went to Buff State.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you from Buffalo?
No, I'm from Rochester.
You're original.
I go to Buff State.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
See what program you in? Communications, you like it? Nice. I was in the fashion design program, so it's like
take a under in fucking fashion design, so you can fucking do some of the merch.
That'd be cool. Even if you did like the like a minor in like fashion merchandising, that shit like that'd be dope.
And how
good. But yeah, I went to Buff State in 2016, graduated in 2020. I got like a Fashion Textile Technology degree with a apparel design concentration. And that's like where I pretty much learned everything, how to be like an actual designer, how to like cut, sew patterns, make full collections, like all that.
That's so fucking dope. And like literally it's like years ago that I learned that you go to fucking school for that shit. Yeah. Like I never fucking, so I was like the C guy. Like I'm always just getting by. So I'm not paying attention to anything in the world but what I'm doing. Yeah. And then one day, just fucking, I took shrooms. That's what happened. Yeah. I ate shrooms and that shit hit. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I was in that Rick and Morty fucking game my whole life. Yeah. And then I came out of it. It's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't know for a while, like, it was. And I think it's just, like, because of, like, the generation we're in, too. Like, no one was pushing, like, art like that. To go into like an art space for like a degree for a career and stuff like that. Now, like that's like a huge thing, everybody's like a DIY designer or like a musician, like rapper, like everything. It's so like dope to see people like pushing like art more and stuff. But like, yeah, like you said, like I had no idea before it was like that was even like a thing. Yeah. And then once it was, I was just like, just like I'm in like fully. What got your passion into designing fashion? That's a fucking bar. I really was just into like all clothing apparel, like the hats, the shoes, clothes, whatever. Just always just matching head to toe, and that was like just kind of like my star. And I would just like mess around with like like online
not like simulators, but like where you could just customize like jerseys and stuff like that, where you could like switch around the colors, and I would like mess around with that stuff. But like,
I like customizing, like even if it's shoe, like a custom like Air Force One.
Yeah.
Like those are probably like custom, customizing and like choose the colors and like.
It's just like little stuff like that, just like playing around with it, and then make it like your own.
Yeah.
And then even like just now the fact that you could buy those too, right. Where like, you know, it's not like something like you gotta just like it's just something in your imagination. Like you're just gonna see down the screen and then you erase it. You know what I mean?
I think the first pair of J's I bought off of Nike when I was in the Army, I fucking customized my own shoes and ordered them. Because I was like, oh, I got money now. Yeah. And it was like, oh, wait. And it was like so dope because you could get your name put on them and everything. So I got running shoes. No, I didn't get Nikes. I got running shoes from Nike and customized them and put my last name on them because I was trying to be all like, hoorah. You know what I mean? Like, thought I was the fucking man, got my name on my shoes. And then I got fucking smoked the whole fucking PT because I thought I was Mr. Cool with my shoes. Shit was crazy. Damn. But that's so dope because like myself, I love like if I got the Byaguy hoodie, I'm gonna like it's a Byaguy created this. Yeah. But now I can take something he created and go home and throw it fucking some bleach on it, some designs, exactly. And it's like, oh.
And people have like in past times and before like have hit me up like, hey, do you mind if I crop this? Like, do you mind if I put this into a tank top? Like no, like that's yours now. Like I had like a vision of how I wanted it, and you fucked with it that way. You bought it, but once it's yours, like do whatever. Like you know, be your own creative. Like it's like it's a one of one for you. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like it has my brand on it, but like you're the only one that has it like in a tank top. You're the only one that has it cropped. Like you put bleach on it, you put more screen print on it. Like. You know what I mean? Like that's like yours now. So I think that's like one thing with my brand that I like pushing is just like to be like true, like your true authentic self, like not be conforming to like trends and all of that. Like just do what you want to do. You know, if people like it, dope. If people don't, that's cool too. You know, you just gotta do it for you.
Yep. I love that shit. I was thinking about doing the hat that I have, but I'm like, now that you say they're all sold. Yeah. Like, I don't know. They already have pins in them.
Yeah, the pins are dope though.
Yeah, I love pins. Like Shogun Wiz fucking got me on the pins and on the hats. I was like, oh, that shit's fire. Yeah, and he showed me like now you can put it where the new era fucking symbol is, and it cuts out.
What was your weed order? I know. I would normally interrupt, but
you're good.
2 banana. 1 lemon, 1 Oreo. Okay. Or I think it's banana Oreos. So 2 banana, 1 lemon, and 1 of the other candy float. Folks, I'm putting in weed orders. Get your weed order in too. Well, if there was a sponsor, I'd plug them. But there's not. If you'd like to be a sponsor though, you can hit us up. Back to the episode. So where were we at? Sorry, I'm high.
No, you're good.
Fuck it. So how about we get into what it takes to fucking do a fashion show? Because I know that had to take a lot of fucking work from you're doing like, well, you're going to explain it, but I mean, from my perspective, you're doing everything from creating all these fucking pieces for that collection, and then you're going and having to still like do a whole show and like promote a show while you're creating pieces.
Yeah. So like I always say this, like I suck at marketing. I'm so bad at it. Like it's something I'm trying to work on and do a little bit better with.
Social media marketing, me and my boys.
Yeah.
Once we like figure it out, bro.
Yeah, hit me up, please. Let's talk. But like just doing that, and then pretty much like literally making everything from scratch too. Like it's not like I'm just, you know, having one of these and just putting it down the runway. Like, nah, like that's not how we learned how to do it in school. Like, you got to make that shit from scratch. That's handmade. That's sewn. Like,
Hold on. Elijah, go in the bathroom or the thing. Go in the studio.
And then like just making it fully from scratch, and like from creating like pattern pieces, just like to make everything so it fits like a certain person. Then to like cutting out the fabric. All my fabric's usually custom too, because I'm super picky with colors, super picky with prints. So I get all that custom made. So it could be exactly what I want. I'm different from, everybody else. Like, not somebody else is not going to have the same colors or, pattern me. Like, even if it's just like I do like a blank navy, like that's like a navy like I created like myself in like Photoshop, Illustrator, something like that.
Shit.
Then like I try to do, my goal is to get like bigger and bigger collections as I go. It just comes down to like timing. So like now I just finished up one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to take like, majority from pretty much from, it was like, I don't know, mid-November. Now it's going to be like probably mid-December. I'm taking like just chill, just kind of get website ready. Everything I've made in the past 2 years is going to go up there.
Okay.
And then I'll probably start my next one. And then just so I'm not rushing. So now like I have time to, think, create, design, and like a first month span. Then like once I know exactly what I'm gonna do, then I can finally start. Usually it's just like this past year, I knew I had like 4 shows I was gonna do in the fall, like even starting beginning of summer, but I had no ideas whatsoever that I wanted to do. And then one day, like it was like end of July, it just like clicked, and I was like, all right, like I gotta do all this right now, periodically work on it. And I have like, my first one was September 16th. So like, I needed like 6 outfits by September 16th. I need like 6 more by like September 29th. So that's a lot. And I was like, that's crunch time. Like you gotta, get fabric, do all this stuff. But like the more and more I do, the more like I realize, I've done it before, where like doing that in a 2-month span, definitely not ideal. 1 month span, not ideal. But like I can work through it, and just like, the more you do, the better you get. So, it wasn't easy, but like this time around, it was like easier to like work through the process of like creating pieces, just tackling all the pants at one point, like, doing all the shirts at one point, doing all the vests, the jackets, like doing them in like pairs of 2s like that.
Right.
But yeah, it was just it's all about like, for like me right now is like timing, getting on like a good schedule to like, so it's like, the process, like I've created like really dope stuff in like 2 months, like a 2-month span, but like, what can I create when I got like a 4-month time span? You know what I mean? Like it's time to kind of like, get like dig a little deeper and, see what I can do with that.
So shorten up the time span, like to push yourself to like.
Yeah. So it was like, I had a short time span, pretty much like testing myself. Like, can I really like, can I really get this done? I think I like, in general, like I think I have like 15 outfits total that like all, cut, sewn, everything. And that was from say like beginning of August, I started to like finishing, mid-November. And that's like, I did all these shows with it, like no embroidery on the pieces and stuff like that, because sometimes like they looks good as is, but sometimes like, like embroidery is like, it's a one and done. Like if you fuck up on it, it's over,
Yeah, you gotta start that whole piece over. You gotta start
the whole piece over. So like I like wait till the end to see that. And like there's like some of the jackets I made, like I was gonna do embroidery, but I was like, nah, these are tough, just like as is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like that's cool. And then like getting to do like fashion shows, I think they're the most fun part for me.
Yeah.
Like going like going there, just like being able to like show your pieces, like show like it's like what like all the work that you put in those couple months like come down to like that, like you get to show them. And like I don't know, I'm pretty like laid back and chill with show days and stuff like that. Like some people run around with like their head cut off and like bugging like stuff's not going right, like this and that. But like, I don't know. I'm more of like a, I've had models drop day of, models not show up day of, and it's just like, all right, let me grab somebody else. And it's like,
Just
kind of common, cool. Like, it's like,
you seem like you're just,
it's just like, it's like,
let's find someone else. It's all right.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, you can't really get, like, what am I going to do? Just get like worked up about it. And then,
right.
I can't help it. You put it in God's hands, and it's like, just let that go, and we'll find something else. We'll roll with it. And it works. And it always works out in the end too. So like, but the shows are dope. I always like, this is the first time I've done like, I think last year I only did 2 shows. This one I had 4.
Mm-hmm.
And like the last one I did in Albany, my friend Mel, he comes out and models for me, and he has a production company out there. So he was like, do you want to come out? I'm going to throw this show. I'm like, I did it last year for him as well. I said, I'll be ready. Just like, let me know when I got to come out, and, we can do it. And we got there. I had 12 models, but I had 15 outfits. So like, there's a couple other models that came up to me like, hey, like if you have an extra outfit, like I want to model for you. Like your stuff's dope. Like, yeah, go put this on, like it's like, so, which is cool to have. So then now I have like my full 15 that I created. And that's why like, it was nice to bring them there. And then throughout every show, I could like mix and match of what people wear. There's certain outfits I keep because those were like my favorite pieces. Like those are, you're not going to mix and match those, but other stuff you can like, swap out pants for pants for shorts, or we're going to do like a t-shirt with this one, but we did a jacket with that one for the last show. Like the one show, like I had like the vest and a shorts. I usually have them wear like a white tee underneath, but then I had like the crew necks underneath the vest for another one, that matches. So it's like, I don't know. I think that's the fun of it too. So like each show, they're all very similar, but also like different at the same time. If you really look at the details. Yeah.
Which is dope, because it's like you're showing like you can do this too. You're showing people like the styles and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I need that shit for a fat man. It's like, for a big guy, like, what the fuck do I do? So I always wear Nike Tech.
Yeah.
It's Nike sweatsuit, or sometimes throw on some jeans with a hoodie. But like, it's like, what the fuck do I throw on?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, fuck. I don't know. I used to have swag when I was in the Army. I don't know. I lost it, I think.
Nah, you can still have it. I think everybody has their own, like no matter what, like, like for me, like I'm just a big on matching. Like nothing crazy ever. I'd be in sweats and hoodie, but I'm still like matching like head to toe. Like that's just been my thing. And like even like my roommate, he's like super, super basic, just wearing like neutrals and all that, but it works for him. Like kind of like a little bit of sport, but it like works for him. But if like we swapped, like you'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, what the fuck you wearing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is dope. So has anything crazy ever happened at a show?
As in?
Like models just like, well, you said they drop on the day of.
Yeah, I mean, I think
worse than that.
I think like the I don't know about worse. I mean, not for me personally, but like I remember like for our school fashion show, like Buff State, like the one like I did, that was like I think that was 2019. Like I remember like me and my one boy, we separated ourselves, went upstairs just to like have more space, more room, just to like have our models like not be like super packed in the room. I remember coming downstairs and there was like models crying, designers crying, stylists crying. I was like, this is people running around like arguing. I was like, this is nuts. Like, and it happens like everywhere too. Like, I mean, it's just fashion in general. Like it's super fast paced. People want it super perfect, like, emotions running high, but, I wouldn't say like nothing like out of the ordinary.
Like just like how they show it on TV.
Yeah. It's like, it's crazy. Like sometimes like, it's just like, it's chaos. Yeah. It gets to like, but other times it's just like, I think it's like people overthink it sometimes.
Right.
Like, it's have to be like super, super serious. Like, nah, like we could chill. We could be bumping, like have like a couple drinks, like have fun. Like, I think that's what like, for me, like show days are meant to be fun. They're not meant to be like stressful.
Well,
like I'll wake up like,
one of your shows.
Yeah, you should. Like I always say, like I wake up like the day before a show, and then when I wake up, I'm like miserable. Like, all right, like I gotta get like this, like make sure that's all done. But once I like start like driving there and heading there. And once I get there, I'm fine. Like I'm hyped. Like, you know, it's time for this. But, yeah, no, fashion shows are dope. And there's going to be more and more that pop up around Buffalo too. Yeah. Like, I think this is a very good end of year, like turning point for Buffalo in general, for like the art space around here, fashion space around here. That where next year, I think there's like going to be like shows like spring, then fall as well. And then keep moving forward after that.
Because the spring is for the summer line, right? Yeah. And then fall is winter.
Yeah, I think in the actual fashion world, you'll present like, you know, you want to be like a season ahead. So technically, like for say, like if you're in New York Fashion Week is in September. Mm-hmm. So like you'd present your spring summer 24, this past one. So then so in spring you'd present your fall winter 24 collection. So you're always a season ahead, which is a crazy schedule because like so you think like, you know, you see stuff that like, you know, say like Louis Vuitton puts out, like all that stuff you see, like that was made like, you know, almost like a year ago. Yeah. And like when it actually comes out, like that was made, you know, a year ago. Like they're always so ahead. So it's a crazy schedule. Like I would love to get on that at some point, but I think like kind of just being present for right now is where I want to be, like do stuff for like that season, drop it, like, you know, making like spring, summer like that. But I think when I get older, like as I go forward, eventually get on that. But like, you know, being a year ahead, it's crazy.
Now living in Buffalo, does that make you like create more fall, winter gear?
I personally like fall, winter gear more because it's like, it's layers, like, you know, layers and stuff like that. You could do like jackets, you could do t-shirts, hoodies, like anything like that. But yeah, I would say so because like, you know, we're not like, you know, we're cold up here. We're not in like Florida where, you know, I'm gonna be making summer shit like year round. But yeah, I would say like I like doing like the fall stuff too. That's it's my favorite season. Oh yeah. But like you could still like mix in like some fall stuff with like the spring too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's cool. I would definitely like kind of want to keep like doing what I'm doing with like all of that. And then just like keep going with like the fall stuff. Cause the fall stuff's the best. Like you can't beat like fall weather. You get the hoodies, the pants, the shirts, jackets, like everything. Winter would be cool. I would love to do like a full like winter line, but I think that would like, you know, that's gonna be down the road. Yeah. Just
it'd be dope though.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
The big puffy jackets.
Yeah, I would love the big puffer jackets. Those are sick. Yeah.
Bring back like a starter looking jacket.
Yeah, I would like those starter jackets are sick. I always say like our parents and stuff. Like my grandpa has like this Sabres starter jacket in the garage. It's like it's unreal, but it's so old. Like it looks like if you touch it, it might fall apart. Yeah. But like it's so sick. It's like, but why don't we have that like anymore? You know, everything people make is just like want to look like the team, like be a part of the team. It's like I'm not trying to look like one of the trainers on the sideline. Like I want to be a fan. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like those you got like get the Zuba, so like you get the Zuba print and like on a full starter jacket. You know what I mean? Like just something like cool for the fans. Like I don't really care about just having like a Bills logo, Sabres logo, and it's just like a zip up. Like those are cool, but like I don't know. I want to be like a fan, not like a part of the team. Saying. You know,
like we should look different than them.
Yeah, like they all have like you know the starter jacket, like all the starter jackets. I even say like, you know, like sometimes you see like the homeless people around here, they have the crazy starter jackets. Like those things are sick. You be looking around, it's like, yo, where'd you get that? It's like a fucking old school Sabres one with the goat head on the back, like crazy. But it's like, why don't we have that anymore? I don't know. That's gonna be cool though.
The shit. I remember you get the pullover starter jacket, had the pocket right here, and then the flip open pocket where had the team right here, their logo.
Some were insulated too, so you're wearing those. Those are a winter jacket as well. Like
they went to my parents probably got them from that coat place down in fucking right on William or something. I forgot the name of it. Fuck, I'm high right now. Fuck.
Coat factory.
Yeah, whatever it is, the coat factory. But down like in the 2000s, my parents went there, so they definitely bought it from there.
Yeah,
And-
those are sick. Like, you know, like my dad and my mom have like sick Bills ones too. And I was just like, damn, like we don't have those.
You have to go to like the vintage places and buy them.
I'm not paying $300 for a jacket, for a starter jacket.
I was just about to say, and then they're upcharging the crap out of everything that's vintage. Yeah, it's a good product, but
it's used.
know that back then they didn't even pay the prices we're paying for the shit that you're trying to charge.
No, absolutely not. That's like, I don't know, if you're gonna keep vintage, like keep it at like a certain price, you know.
Yeah,
like that's absurd. I remember I saw like a mad nice Sabres jacket I was gonna get from my dad. I was like, how much is it? They said $300. I said, absolutely not.
Yeah,
it's like it's been worn. There's like the white is faded to like a cream color. You know, it's why am I paying $300 for this? Like I'll pay like $100, but like say it's like $60 to $100, but like you know, and you got it for like $5. You got it for like $10, probably at Sabres.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Or someone people drop their clothes off there.
Yeah, all the time.
Here,
I've even dropped like old clothes of mine, like that was for my brand. Like they might be like a misprint and stuff. I just drop it there.
Oh, at Sabres and stuff like that?
I dropped like a couple like when just like because I had one like that I made. It had the Buffalo had 2 L's in it. I just didn't I didn't catch it, and I was like, I can't sell this. Some people love the misprints though. Yeah. You know, like because they like those I'll sell them for like super cheap. I'll be like, yo, like this is a misprint. Like I'll give it to you for like $10. You'll be like done. You know. Yeah. But like other times, like you know, it's just gonna sit in my studio, so it's like you know, someone else can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah. No, but that's a fucking great marketing idea though too.
Yeah, low key.
Is to friggin' go to Savers or Goodwill or somewhere where they're gonna hand them out give them to people. Like I'd take them to. I'm a vet, so I would go to like the vet one-stop center and be like, yo, I have a bunch of these shirts that like I'd like to give the vets. And they'll give them to all these veterans, and then you got a bunch of veterans wearing them, and the people are like, oh, what's that? Yeah, I don't know. I got it for free, but it's sweet. They're just like, that's a dope idea.
Yeah.
Cool. Write it down, Elijah. What's your favorite part about designing like your own brand? Before we get into the hats, because I'm about to get into the hats.
I think I don't know, I think just being able to like have like the freedom to do like whatever.
Yeah.
With like patterns, like I'm a big I like patterns like a lot. They could be like super in your face. They could be like very minimal, but like I like different colors, patterns, like I don't know, just kind of being free to do like whatever you want, push boundaries. And like there's stuff like that I've made, probably even this past collection I made, like it was actually like done like 3 years ago. Like I have a whole, like on my laptop, I have a whole archive folder where it's like I create a bunch of designs and like start building a collection out, and I'm like, I think this one will like, let's save this one. Like I'm not going to do this one right now. And then when I could go back in there and be like, okay, like, you know, a year down the road, I might look back and be like, okay, this works now. You know what I mean? It's like super weird. Like I had even like this one hoodie I came out with, the logo on the back, I literally like made when I was still in school. I might have been like a sophomore in college. And it's like, had nothing to do with like that time period then, but then like when I went back, I'm like, this will actually, like, this is dope. Like, let me finish it. Let me do this now. So I think just being able to like have designs like crazy to go back and like do whatever. And now like I have like a whole, you know, almost like a body of work. I think I have like, you know, 4, 5 collections now where I could like look through, like, you know, I might want to redo the pants of this one, make them a little bit better for the next one. Those pockets on that jacket a couple years ago, really cool, but let's like mash it with this other silhouette of a jacket like now. So I mean, really just like the freedom you have to do like literally whatever the fuck you want.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, and you can take something from nothing and create something dope as fuck.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it's still crazy. It still blows my mind where it's like, I could really just like think of like an idea, maybe like a scribble of it on a piece of paper, put it into like Illustrator, make it all nice there, color it so I could see like how it would be colors. and then get fabric, cut it, sew it, and that's like boom, like I have it like right there. Like it's crazy. Like I could like, you know, really sit down and like start in the morning and finish a whole, you know, shirt or jacket by the end of the day. Yeah. You know, so it's like
now when you're creating like hoodies like this, the stuff on your website.
Yeah.
Are you going back and doing everyone's design yourself, or are you like taking that design that you created and taking it to a mass, someone to mass produce it?
I have like what I have on my website is just like all this stuff is through like an e-commerce one. It's like I want to have like my two separate sides, like where I have like my cut and sew side, where there's the one of ones. Those are going to be expensive, but I also want the stuff that everybody can just grab. Right. You want something for like your significant other. You want something for your niece, nephew, son, whatever, like grandparents. Like something you could just grab off it for like holiday season or stuff. Like, you know, I like having two different sides because like, you know, I could do something like super simple, even just like this, just like just embroidered that, like something that just could grab, like, you know, and I'm not like I'll be like fair with prices where it's like, you know, I'm not going to sell this for like $150. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be something like, it's going to be what it's worth. You know what I mean? Like, not going to try and like, exactly. Like my stuff, like that I want to sell, like the high end is like my cut and sew stuff. So it's like, you want something like super high end like that. But it's like, even if I did make like, you know, a hoodie that was like that expensive, like there's going to be like, you know, stuff in it where it makes it worth that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
But yeah, the like I do all the designs myself. From start to finish. Like I'm a one man show. Like everything. Like my Instagram, me. Like if you message me, it's me. The
website,
I like you. Everything. That's you know, it's crazy.
I feel like that's how I do the podcast. Like Drew does the editing and the YouTube putting it on, but like everything else is like you guys look at me because it's like it's more personal too. It's like I get to talk to whoever the guest, so then I can get that guest and get them booked on when they need it and when I need it, so that it can come together. Because before doing it, like with other people doing it, it was like, did you book it? Yeah. Oh, I haven't talked to him yet. It's like, no, message him. Like I already messaged them. Like,
it's like sometimes like when I think like I'd always say like I would love to have people, like a team of people, but sometimes it's like one letting in someone into like your project, your baby, like when you've been doing it for so long yourself. I think it just needs to get to a certain point for me where it's like, okay, I really need somebody, and like I can't pay anybody right now, so I'm not gonna be like, yo, like come do this for free. Like if you want to do it for clothing, got you all day, but like but I would feel bad just not being able to like pay somebody. So it's like doing like having a team would be sick, but like if I could do it myself, like I'm just gonna do it. I would really like do like actually like love an assistant, because like doing like having my brand, my full-time job, having an embroidery company on the side as well. Like it's a lot. There's a lot going on where it's like I'm sitting like a calendar, like seeing how much time, like, yo, can we, you know, sometimes like, can we do dinner night? I'm like, I need to check my schedule, like, you know, see what I got going on. But like, I think at the end of the day, like that would be cool to have like an assistant just to like help me do stuff. Like while I'm at work and I can't be doing like my Byaguy stuff or like embroidery stuff, like, can you know, meet up with this person, grab these hats so I could run these, like, they put them in my studio so I could run them later. Or like, you know,
you can teach them to run the
exactly too, like, and just like drop them off. Like I finished these, hey, can you go drop them off tomorrow while I'm at work? And like, you know, like I work at New Era 9 to 5.
That's
so then like
I was gonna get into that shit. So you designed Jay Skeez's hat.
The revolver ones. So he gave me the logo for that, and I just ran them on the beanies, and they were like, those are sick. Those are probably one of the dopest like things I've ever like ran.
You like those shit?
Yeah, those are cool.
He's fucking so dope.
Yeah, he's a good ass dude too. Like, he always shows love, and whenever I see him, and even like that first time we met, and it was like kind of crazy because I was like a fan of his just work, just art, like as a rapper and stuff. He's unbelievable. And then I bought one of his shirts, and I was in my old studio, and it was like old studio. It's like, dude, it was gutted. There's like nails poking out of walls. The floor is a little iffy. It's like, it was down on like, Seneca Street, like right across, like right at the back of left field of the baseball stadium, like almost like an abandoned building. So me and my boy had one in there, and I was like, brand new shirt, wearing it, walking up, caught a nail, just like whole side ripped up. And then I ended up just like cutting out the logo on the front, the back, putting out another shirt. And I like took a video of it, and like posted it on my story. And he hit me up. He's like, yo, where is this? I was like, oh, it's like downtown, like Buffalo. He's like, I was like, come by whenever, if you want to. And he, like, me and him linked up on like a couple days later. He came by, we chopped it up for like a couple hours. He played me like new songs at the time. Like one of those songs, like actually like just came out on his last album too, which is like crazy to think, 'cause this was like 3 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, no, they're all good people. I've done stuff with like the drum work too. Chad, Pay Attention Media. Like me and my boy made Zach Moss's brand when he was still on the Bills.
Oh, that's
a lot of stuff like the Lounge Shop, Buffalo Food, so like a lot of stuff. And I don't promote it all either, which is like, 'cause if I did, it would be like I'd be too busy. But I like having it word of mouth.
Oh, you created Buffalo Food stuff?
I do. No, I didn't create it, but like I do all like her embroidery work. I do like a lot of it. Like, she's a good friend of mine. She'll come by and like drop off like 10 pieces. Like, yeah, I'll run these for you.
Oh, I get so if you showed all those people that you have like that, you do embroidery.
Yeah, and it's all been like word of mouth too. So it's like I don't have an Instagram for it. Like I don't promote it, where it's like, you and me sitting here talking like, oh, what do you do? It's like, I have like, embroidery company as well. Like, oh, like, can I run some hats for you? Yeah, for sure. Just hit me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if I like really like had a full Instagram of it, like I'm not trying to do that like full time.
Right.
It's like great to do for connections. Like I specialize in embroidery as well. So easy to do. It's fun for me, and it pays for my studio as well. Right. And then, yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot having it on the other side, but like it's fun.
Yeah, embroidery is
crazy.
Very difficult to fucking find too to get done.
Yeah, and it's like I like doing the hats because the hats I could keep cheap for people, like where I can't. It's not like nothing crazy, not a crazy amount of work for me to do, and it's not like something that's gonna break their bank. Like clothing, and then clothing with like I've had people like hit me up. Like, I want this. I'll be straight up. Like, that's going to be too expensive. Like, one, like, I don't have like I'm not running this on like an 8-head embroidery machine. Like, I have just two single ones. So it's going to take me a while. And some logos, like, even if it's like they might be small. Like, I had this one for Valentine's Day that was like right here. It was just like a hand, dropping like broken hearts. Like, that took like 45 minutes to run. So, like thinking like I did that for myself, and I'm like, I got like halfway through. I'm like, dude, I don't even know if I want to like keep running these. You know what I mean? Like, running on two machines, like 45 minutes. So it's like think about that. It's you want to do like a run of like 30 hoodies, and you got to sit there for 45 minutes per. Like, it's a lot. Like, I just let my machine run while I do like other work and stuff. But
that's fucking crazy. But how long would a hat take though?
It depends. And it was nothing like that. Like, I mean, I could like, I've been doing it for a while where I could judge how long it will take. And usually it's not going to be anything crazy. Yeah. I think at the most, like, 15 minutes, but it all really whole depends.
30 minutes fucking difference. Bro.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
30 minutes is a long time, people.
Nah, it's like to like watching it too. Like, I've ran like, I did this like one, it was like a test. I ran 3 of them. Just a huge, like a big back logo. And it took like hour 45 to run. Like, it's great. It's like sick. It came out super sick. But that's like, I'm just a tester. Like, I have one for me, and I got like I think when someone came to my studio, they like bought another one of them. But like, I have it on my website, but it's just like a direct-to-garment bag, not like a full. And it was just like a patch too. Like, they'd be sick on a jacket, like say like, like a Carhartt, one of those Dickies jackets, because it has like structure to it. But like on a hoodie, like it's just way too heavy.
Right.
It feels weird. I'm like when you're like sitting there and it's on your back too. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit weird.
Yeah.
It's dope, but like, it just wasn't, meant to be for like a hoodie.
Right. So, creating for New Era.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into that?
I just applied to it. I started meeting a couple. I met a couple people through my school because I was a judge for the runway show last year as an alumni, and there's 2 people that were higher ups at New Era that worked for them too. And I already had like an interview like set up before that, and I applied for an apparel position there and ended up getting a headwear. So I work like a design coordinator on the headwear team for the lifestyle. It's cool. Like I didn't think going from like apparel is dope, but like I like being the headwear because like then I'm not burning out like apparel ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like
right, yeah.
Where I'm not like going to work doing apparel and then going to my studio and doing apparel. Right. You know what I mean? Like I'm working on hats and stuff like through them and all that. But it's like, it's a dope company. But like I have like my resume is like, really good. Everything, all my jobs have been like strategic to like get me to like that next step. And then like the outside work with having my brand and then having embroidery as a specialty too. It all like really ties in as well. And then like, kind of like, I have just a lot of stuff I could show from that.
What's your favorite hat design you created? Do you have them?
I've only really created, like actually designed one for like Urban Outfitters. That's will be out like next year. But there's some that, all the stuff I'm working on, they're not coming out till like next year.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think I'll have to see it when they actually come out. What one's my favorite? I have an idea of like a couple that are dope, but like nothing that really like pops out right now. But they're all it's cool though. It's a dope company. Like, and it's like it's a Buffalo, like it's global, worldwide, like leading the caps, like leading worldwide leader of cap, like all that stuff. Like that's crazy.
Who else makes hats?
Like Mitchell and Ness, but they keep it vintage though. Yeah, they're like more of like a vintage brand. And then 47 brand, but they're like they don't do like no one has like the fitted silhouette is like you can't replicate that. I think people have tried to, but you're not going to get that same feel, the same like look. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it was revolutionary.
Yeah, they create fucking amazing hats.
Yeah, and then in the store too, like downtown, like that's just like a Buffalo exclusive too. So it's like if you don't live here, like you don't get those hats. Yeah, you don't really get those. Which like I didn't even know until I started working there. I went in the store, like they're not like a lot of the stuff that's in the store is not online. Yeah, and like you got those like the shock drops that they do. Like it'll be like a Tuesday. It'll be like a Tuesday. It'll be like Tuesday at like 10 a.m. Like a shock drop. I'm like, oh shit! Like I'm gonna go run down and get this. Like, these are dope. So
they put like the exclusive drop. J-Skis had a drop with them, and that
I caught one of those.
You had to go down there to get it, and now if it's gone, it's gone. Yeah, like the cafe drops, like
those are dope too.
When those are gone, they're gone. Like you can't. You're not like.
Yeah, they had I forget. They had My Fitteds New Jersey drop a hat, and on a Saturday, I think it was like the right before like Father's Day. I went to go to work just to grab my dad like one of like a Bills. Like he loves bucket hats. I was gonna grab him like a big Bills bucket hat, and I got there. The line is wrapped down the street. Like store building was even. I was gonna go like right as it opened, and that people were lined down the street. It was like 100 yards like of just people waiting just for this hat to come out. And I was like, damn, like, dude, I was like, because I never like, I've always been to hats and stuff, but now that I'm like working there, I see like the space like that is like, even just like people go crazy, like just like sneakers,
hat world is
like
crazy,
even like for sneakers now. Now like the like Hat Club, for example. Like I used to get all my my fitteds from there because they got the colored underbrim, like it's super dope. And then they got like it comes with a pin. So now the pins are back. Then we have like the hat clips too, like we were talking about earlier too. You got the the pin that goes around the New Era flag on the side too. Like, you know, it's crazy.
They have every, like, the hat clips are dope as fuck too. And it's just like how now the pins are coming in, that you can turn that fitted into your fitted. Like, I love, you can go to the New Era thing, and if you have a New Era cap and you could take it right there and they'll friggin' do the brim for you. So you can go to anywhere, buy a New Era hat, come back home and get it friggin'
get it like nice, get the curve nice.
And if your curve ever messes up, you take it right back in and they'll do it again.
That's great.
Like, I love that. Like, I'm like, oh, I need my curve done. Like, just walk right in.
Yeah, I did that the other day because I got this, like, I have this, like, Celtics hat, and the curve, like, I couldn't get, like, I usually curve it myself, but then I was like, I don't really like, it was, like, a little bit weird. You know how sometimes you'll curve it yourself and there might be like a point in it at a weird spot. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go down to the store. Like, I'm going down to the store, like, yo, can you guys do this for me? They're like, yeah, for sure. And it's dope. And now the curve's perfect. Yeah, exactly how I want it.
That's so dope. I love it. The store is so, like, I feel like that's a hidden gem. Like,
no, it is for sure,
because you can just walk in and, like, there's people working above you, designing hats that are going to come down to this store just for this store. Like how when D-Mock drops his stuff. That's exactly. Like New Era only online, like, and you can only get these ones online. Those drops are friggin' crazy too. And it's like, oh, and then you go on there and you try to go buy it when you have money and they're all gone.
Yeah, and then he'll put those out on his Instagram too, like, I think he like teased one the other day. It's like it's a Bills hat. It's like a tan hat. The Bills logo on the front is raised, but in the back it's like the city of Buffalo, the flag inside of it with the royal and white. I was like, I need that. That shit's fire.
He fucking kills it. It's like, bro, where the fuck? How do you come up with these ideas?
And there's stuff like even they have like the minor league, like the minor league stuff, and like the AHL. Like, I'm from Rochester, so it's like, and I'm a big, like, I love the Bills, but I really love the Sabres are my favorite. Yeah. So, like, I like the Amerks too, and they got, like, the dope Amerks hats in there. I really want them to have the one with the moose logo on it because that shit would be sick. But like the one I got, like cream hat, Amerks logo, blue brim, red under brim. It's like crispy.
I like the one. There's one of fucking Abominable Snowman on it. That shit is so hard.
And they have the one too where it's the Bison's logo, but it's like as like a hockey. It's like a bison playing hockey. Like I have, like, I don't know if they don't have the one I have in the store because I have like, it's like an olive green, like an army green cap, army green brim, then a light blue under brim. And it's just like, the stuff you get, like, it's just, and then on the back, it has like, I think it's the coordinates of New Era, like of the store. Like, it's different. Like, I've never seen the coordinates on the back.
That is dope.
Yeah, it's different.
Like, and now it's been like recently, it's like I've been like, oh fuck, I want to see what hats are on there, or oh, what's dropping on these hats? Because it's like, fuck, these shits are so.
You need to check out New Era Korea.
New Era Korea.
Dude, if you go on their website, like they over there they treat like New Era like it's like a high end brand. Like, it's cool because the New Era Korea is like all like the clothing apparel is like all streetwear stuff.
Drew, pop it up.
But it's like, and then it's all streetwear stuff. But it's like, the pants, it'd be like cargo pants, they're like $1,000. Crazy with the New Era flag on there. They're dope as hell. But it's like sometimes you'll look at the fitteds. The fitteds are like $300.
In American?
Yeah, in American. But it's like if you go on like New Era and it's like look up the Korean one. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like that or the Hong Kong. Like it's crazy. I was like, it's high end.
It's like dope McDonald's in Hong Kong.
Yeah, not for real.
High end. They got their restaurants are like, they're like fucking, like if you're walking into one of our like 4-star restaurants, 3-star restaurants. That's how McDonald's looks out there. They're 5-star restaurants out there. Crazy.
And their menu, they have like seasonal menu items in those countries.
Yeah, and they got like octopus and stuff like that on there.
Yeah, I studied abroad in China for like 2 weeks through school, and that shit was dope. We went to Beijing, Jiaxing in Shanghai. That shit was fire. Like Shanghai is like a clean New York City. Like it's like
spotless.
Yeah, it's clean as fuck.
I wonder how they do that.
I don't know. I think that's just them. They're on top of it. They have their certain ways with things.
Yeah.
But it's crazy way of life out there. But
I bet.
Yeah.
That's gotta be a dope ass experience.
Dude, it was sick.
And that's when you went to school at Buff State?
Yeah. So it was a study abroad program. I mean, it wasn't really much studying. It was just like tours. And then once we were done with like our day with tours, you're like, all right, you can go do whatever you want, which was dope. But even the tours in general too, like it's just a history of like what they have there, like being on like, you know, went out there. I never thought I'd be on like walking up the Great Wall of China before, you know.
That's fucking dope.
Like crazy. It's crazy out there. But yeah, that was a whole experience.
I mean, and you got to see their fashion too.
Yeah, they're way ahead of us. Like Japan, China, Korea, like they're all like way ahead of like our stuff, because it's like you see the stuff that's like out there and you're like, that's kind of weird, but that's also really dope.
Yeah.
And then like you come back here and then like a year later I saw something similar. I was like, wow, that's actually like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like you said Japan, and that reminds me of their 7-Elevens. It's like their 7-Elevens are crazy.
Are they?
Yeah. Yo, Google or YouTube up Tokyo like 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be mind blown. They have everything in the world under the sun in their 7-Elevens ready to go.
Damn.
Like quick meals and everything, but everyone
on
says
some Wegmans type shit.
Yeah. Like, dude, it makes me want to fucking go so bad.
Yeah.
I just want to fucking go just to go to 7-Eleven. But I mean, Japan is just like, that's got to be dope as fuck there. I've been to Germany, Iraq, and Kuwait. But I mean, nothing. Dubai. Dubai was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dubai was like, whew. Like, and this was like in 2009, and like they had a mall inside of their airport. Like phones that came out 2 years later here were already there.
Damn.
Like they had the newest Blackberries and everything. I'd be like, holy fuck. You walk up, you can buy watch, like Rolexes, everything right in the mall or right in the airport. They had a big ass fucking waterfall in the center of the airport with koi fish in the middle of it. You know how now we have all those charging ports for your phones? It was 2009 and I was charging my phone there. Like in a charging port, like for free. Mm-hmm. You're just sitting there. Like, what the fuck? And like now they're just like 5 years ago they put those in the airports around here. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, I seen these in 2009. 2009
is crazy.
Yeah.
Like having it then, especially.
Yeah, they had fucking charging ports for your phones. Mm-hmm. Like you just plug your phone right into it. I was like, what the fuck? Where do I charge my phone? They're like, right there. But I did pay like $8 for a double cheeseburger.
Dude, that's not ideal.
No, like it says $1 menu, but in American it was fucking $8.26 for one cheeseburger. Double cheeseburger. I was so fucking mad. I paid like $20 for fucking McDonald's that day.
You got like a Happy Meal.
Yeah. I was so fucking pissed. But I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, thanks for having me, bro. For real.
You want to shout out your Instagram and where they can find you at?
Yeah, you can find me at Byaguy_ on Instagram. It's BYAGUY_. And then my website is www.byaguy.com. And Twitter, I don't really go on Twitter much, but Twitter's the same thing as Instagram too. So if you want to check me out there, go right ahead.
Oh yeah, and they can hit you up on your website to get pieces, like go through pieces.
I don't do custom, but like you can hit me up. I think I'll be dropping everything I made the past 2 years very soon. I'll have new stuff beginning of the year as well. Once I get into my new studio, and then I'm gonna have like I think it's gonna be my like an 8-year anniversary too. So I'm gonna have like some special stuff for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Dope as fuck. And make sure you guys go like, subscribe, do all that cool shit. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.